Hi guys, welcome to my channel Wins and Medals. Thanks for checking out this video. So today I'm going to show you how to sew a beret badge onto a military beret. So what you need to start with is a small needle. This is a sharps needle. You don't need a big one. If you get a big one, the attention to detail is not as good. You can't get a small stitch, so I always recommend small to medium sharp needle, a bit of wax, some thread and a scissors, and then you'll be able to sew the badge onto the beret. So when you sew the badge onto a beret, we use a stitch called felling stitch, which is a small stitch that goes one after the other about 1 millimetre apart, 1.5 millimetres apart, and you go the whole way around the badge. And when you're sewing, when you catch the fabric of the badge, you only want to come in like about 1 millimetre. You don't want to come too deep into the badge, because if you come too deep into the badge, the stitch will be visible. So you don't want to do that. You want to just catch the edge, but enough fabric so it doesn't pull the thread straight through the fabric, if you know what I'm saying. So if you look on my channel, I've actually done a video on felling stitch. If you look at that video, it will help you no end for this video. So I recommend you check that out, and then it will just make it easier for you to understand and get the mechanics of what we're actually doing here. So the first thing we're going to do, we're going to match the thread with the beret badge. So obviously all beret badges come in all different colours, different regiments, different corps. This is the Royal Engineers officer. It's a commando beret and badge. So normally it's navy blue, dark navy for the Royal Engineers, but this is a commando one. So I've got 3 greens here, so I'm just going to test them and see which is the closest match. So if you've got a haberdashery near you, or any of your family members have got cotton or whatever, get as many, well, if you go to the haberdashery, you'll be able to match it up really well, because there's a stand with all the threads on, and you can just offer the badge up and you'll get a good match. So I'm just looking at that one, it's a bit too light. That's a bit too light as well. What about this one? That's really good. In fact, that's a perfect match, that one. So I'm going to go with this one, get rid of them, put them to one side, and we'll use this thread. So you don't need loads of thread for doing this, because more thread you've got, the more movement you'll have to make, and the bigger sewing arc with your arm. So the less thread, you won't have to be pulling it through so much and so long. So all you do is just wax your thread. This is an old tailor's trick. If you wax the thread, it's less likely to snap, and it sews a lot easier when you're sewing. So give it a wax, pull it through a couple of times, and then what you've got to do is cut off the top part of the thread and try and make a point. So bring your scissors in at an angle. I know it's thin, but you can make a small angle on there, and then it's just easier to thread. So I've threaded that straight away. Oh, it's come out. The wax stuck to my fingers. Do it again. Okay, so I've threaded that all right. So always put a knot in the end of your thread for felling stitch. This anchors it down, so when you put your first stitch in, it doesn't pull it through. So you've seen what I did there. I just made a loop like so, and just spun the thread round like so, and then pulled it tight, and then it just creates a knot like so. So we just chop the top of the thread off from the knot. Right, so all berets come different shapes, different sizes, different ways they're made. This beret happens to have like a backing insert here. So if you had a metal badge, it protects your head from the metal. Some don't have that, all different configurations. Some have nothing inside. So what you've got to do to find out where to put the badge is, obviously the bow goes at the centre of the back of the head. So you put the beret on your head, and then just over your left eye, just push your finger up from your left eye to the berry, and then pull it off at the same time, and then you know that that badge is going to be over your left eye. So it all works out. But this is easy for me today because obviously I know that's where the badge is going to go because of the backing. So let's start. So we want to just put the badge with your fingers holding it on and your thumbs central to the position on the berry there, and make sure it's just straight and not at an angle. I normally start with these badges just on the right hand side, about here on the top. Don't ask me why, it's just a natural feeling I've got. I always want to start there, and then as I'm going around, it's easier to readjust the badge to make sure it's straight. So like I say, felling stitch, I'm going to start here. So I'm just going to get a little bit of the fabric, not too deep, not too close to the edge, pull the thread through, and then just under where you come out with your stitch, just grab a little bit of berry fabric and then just go along 1 millimetre or 2, and then come out next to where you started and then pull it tight. Don't have to go crazy pulling it tight at the moment, you just want to anchor it down first. So same detail again, where you come out, put your needle underneath, go along a couple of millimetres and then come out again, not too deep, just on the edge there. And then keep going along, making a chain of stitches like so. Once it's anchored down, i.e. properly, you know, you've got 4 or 5 stitches in there, you can pull it a bit harder. If you pull it, then the stitches disappear. You can hardly see those stitches. Then go to the top, get it top center on that point there, pull it tight, then go down the other side. So all badges are different shapes, like I say, to corps and regiments, but it's the same sort of process as what I'm doing here. If you notice, because I'm at the top there now, I'm just making sure it's straight. It wasn't, it was out a bit, so I've straightened it, and I'm going to hold it down with my thumbs. And I'm going to go down this side now. Same detail, just grab a little bit of the badge, and just go along 1 millimetre or 2, and put your stitching in like so. Okay, I'm not going to talk for a little while now. I'm just going to go on fast forward, but I'll just carry on sewing so you get the gist of it. Right, okay, so I'm getting towards the bottom of the badge. Good time to double check that it's all nice and straight. It's looking pretty straight. What do you think? Maybe that bottom could just come over the tiniest touch, just to make sure it's perfectly straight. Right, okay, so I'm coming up the other side now. I did have a snappage, but I've cut that out. I just threaded the needle, cut the place where I had a knot, carried on. Just keep checking it's nice and straight and carry on going. Just taking a little pinch of that badge fabric, about 1 millimetre of it, not too deep, not too far on the edge, and then it will form a good little stitch. Take your time when you're doing this, no need to rush. It'd be great, you know, if you thought in the past, oh, I'll never be able to sew a badge on a berry. It is quite easy. If you practice a bit of felling stitch before you actually do it, it would probably help as well. It's not rocket science, but sometimes if you don't know how to do something, it's hard until you're shown how to, and then you can do it. So like I say, just take that little bit of fabric of the berry underneath the stitch where you've come out, go along 1 millimetre, pull the needle through. Where you started, do a few stitches over where you started, and then that'll anchor it down and tie it off, it won't come undone. So I'm going to go about 1 centimetre past from where I started. Like so. Right. And then all I do to finish off is pull it tight. And if you've got any threads there, just cut it off. Right, I'm just going to go get a brush to brush it off. Right, okay, I've got my brush, so I'm just going to give it a bit of a brush off. It just gets rid of any of the wax that's left on the thread, and it ruffles the pile up of the badge and the berry where the contact of the stitches is. And then it hides the stitches even more. You can blow a bit of steam through it from an iron to get rid of all the wax off, which I will do in a minute. But that's not looking bad, is it? It's pretty straight, isn't it? I think it is. Okay, so I can just see a bit of wax on this side. I will steam that off though, but if you brush it, it does help. Like I say, if I steam that, it will totally get rid of those stitches there. So that's the finished product. So I hope you guys start sewing your badges on. Hope you've enjoyed this quick little video. Please subscribe if you've not subscribed. Got any questions, put them down below. Give us a thumbs up, much appreciated. And we'll catch you in the next one. Thanks ever so much for watching this video. Bye.